Alright guys, what is up? Welcome back on into another video, and today we will be ranking the cars from Chapter 7, Season 2, all the way from like S to D. I don't think any of them are making my top 5 this time, but there were some really good cars. From the Rocket Pass, the cars were pretty nice. We got a free car, we got a 350Z. Of course, the NASCAR is not going to count because it is not out yet, so I can't do a review on that, so I'm just going to leave that off onto the very end over there. And yeah, like, subscribe, and we will go ahead and get started with this video. So first, we'll start with the BMW. I'm pretty sure this was an M2, if I'm correct. It was tier 1 inside the current Rocket Pass. I think our current Rocket Pass is season 22. It doesn't have many decals, but it does have those extra paints if you are willing to grind for them. And seeing as it is a BMW, I'd say it's a pretty nice car for being in tier 1. Much better than, say, something like the Zafira, but we'll get to that later. The BMW, though, I'd say overall pretty nice. Here's the sound of it if you want to listen. Alright, let's go ahead and take it out for a spin, see how it sounds. And yeah. And yeah, seeing as it is the tier 1 car inside the Rocket Pass, the Rocket Pass obviously costing, I think, almost 1,000 Rocket League credits, as well as you can get it through Crew. If you get it through Crew, basically it's free at that point. By the way, if you guys do not have Crew, if you guys do have Crew, if you've had it for a very long time, never logged into Rocket League, log in. You'll get dozens of cars. It's crazy. But yeah, I think the BMW, I think I will start off with a good, strong A tier. Ooh, where to put it though? I like it, I think, more than the kit, a little bit more. I do like it more than most of the SUVs in here. I think I'll put it above the Mustang GTD just because it was in the Rocket Pass. I think I'll put it above the Magnifique just because I do like it a little bit better than the Magnifique. Honestly, the Magnifique has two styles, don't get me wrong, but like the only good one, in my opinion, is the second one. And that has, I don't think that has much on the BMW M2. Wait, actually no, we'll go for the Zafira because I'm pretty sure the Zafira is before the Maven inside the Rocket Pass. The Zafira being, I think, around tier 28, if I'm not mistaken. The Zafira, don't get me wrong, it's not a terrible car, but it's pretty mediocre and kind of forgettable, honestly. Especially compared to a lot of the other cars in like the top of A, top of B, stuff like that. I think like it's more in that kind of Fuse, what's it called, Imperator, Peregrine kind of distro area, you know? It's kind of like in this area right through here, maybe even up to like the Jackal or the Performance Z. I bet a lot of people don't even know the Performance Z exists inside of Fortnite because the fact that it hasn't been back in the shop in, I think, about 600 days or so. So yeah, they have to fix their pricing on that before they actually bring that back in. I think I will put it somewhere in the middle of B. I think I'll put it just above the Scat Pack. Just because the Scat Pack's had that stupid bug the entire time. I'm doing that just to spite the Scat Pack, by the way. Not a bad startup. Pretty nice. Alright. Okay. Next up, Maven. Maven is, I think, around tier 40 or so for the current Rocket Pass. Tier 45, tier 40, something like that. I can never remember the Rocket Pass levels for the cars because they're changing them every single season, so it's a very bad thing that they're doing. But it has the same, well, actually, I forgot to mention this, okay? BMW has one more decal than the Zafira and the Maven, being an exclusive decal for the BMW. It's like a racing decal, it's like a race spec decal. But yeah, just a little fun fact for you there. The Maven and the Zafira both share the same decals right here. I'm not gonna put this in B, by the way, I'm just playing it right here. The Maven though, I think is more it's a little bit more iconic, you know? It has that kind of reminder of the Mitsubishi Eclipse for me with it. A little bit of the Supra, a little bit of the Eclipse, and I also like how the trim color on it, you know, those like little trim colors that you can get for the cars and it'll like change the colors. I like how you can see through that a little bit. Honestly, this car has a lot of unique functions to it and has like a lot of little unique features such as that. And I honestly love the wing on it too. The wing is really good. By the way, here's the sound if you want to hear the Maven. Not bad sounding for the startup. I forgot to play the Zafira sound, but yeah, I'm sure you'll will hear that whenever I get to editing this thing. The Maven, I think I do like it a little bit more than the Shokunin, honestly. A little bit more. I'm not sure about the Mustang though. Honestly, I love the GT. The GTD is really good, but the GTD has no decals. That's the thing about it. It's overpriced like crazy, has no decals, but the sound's amazing. It has some great decals to make up for that though. I think I will keep the Maven here though, right beside the Shokunin. I feel like it kind of belongs there, you know? I keep looking at this NASCAR. I'm just gonna put it up here because I keep looking at that and I keep thinking, hey, next I'm gonna do the NASCAR. But guess what? I can't do the NASCAR if I don't do a gameplay and review on it because I won't know how it looks, sounds, decals, anything like that. So yeah. Anyway, anywho, next up is the Rivian. I'm just gonna be completely honest. The only thing saving this is probably the Jordan decals. I think it might have had 1 gear to it. No, 2 gears, I mean. It was either that or the Porsche. But I always forget this exists, honestly. I gotta place it down in like D tier. You know what? Hold on, we're placing it toward the bottom parts of D tier. It's not as bad as the Cybertruck, not as bad as the Maserati. Actually, no. Yeah, it's not as bad as a lot of these cars are, but like, it is pretty bad. I'm gonna move that up there, by the way. Because, yeah, I kind of want to because they're adding more SUVs in, and it's kind of gaining a little bit of spots because of that. You know, I'm gonna move it to the middle of C tier, actually, just above the Dominus GT. Actually, no, just above the Tigris, because the Tigris is pretty bad. But yeah, the Behemoth, judging based off of our current SUVs, it's actually one of the better ones. So, yeah, as you can see here, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 SUVs down in D tier. So yeah, what's up? Here's the startup. And then oh, okay, but next up, the Pontiac Fiero. No, I'm not even gonna lie, alright? All of the Fast and Furious cars have been absolutely amazing. There has not been a bad Fast and Furious car. The only thing I don't like about the Fiero is that they had to change the rooftop as well as the windows from Rocket League into Fortnite, which you can get why, obviously, gameplay advantages and everything like that. But I do like the Fiero. It has nice decals. It has a sound. I forgot what that sound is, but here you go. I'll probably remind myself of it. Also, I just realized, what are these things? And here's the gas. What are these things? I just saw it on that one right there. I was like, what are those? Alright, let's hear the sound again. Whenever I look at this thing, I think it's gonna be a big meaty V8, but it's probably more like a V6, honestly, to me. Well, at least from Fortnite.gg's files. I'm not sure what actual sound is in the game. Said I kind of forgot, which kind of gives you an indication of this car, actually. I think I'm actually going to place it down by the other Pontiac just for the fun of it, but I'm going to put the other Pontiac a little bit higher. Just because, one, it has better decals, two, it has those pop-up headlights that I really like. I love the pop-ups. And three, it also doesn't have that massive freaking blower on the back. That thing gets in your way a lot, doesn't it? Okay, next up. Okay, this was one of my favorite ones. This was one of my favorite ones this season. The pizza truck. The pizza truck was so much fun. It had nice decals, honestly really great decals. I love how it had the little alien hanging from the rear view mirror. I also loved how you actually like sat on the wheel cover. The freaking lighting up on the top thing, like the little top sign, was really nice. Plus in this thing you can technically get two antennas and two toppers inside a Rocket League, so yeah. But we're not judging it based off of a Rocket League, that was just a little fun fact for you. But yeah, the pizza truck, unironically, really good. Not even gonna lie. I forgot the price though, maybe 2022, something like that. Oh yeah, by the way, we're getting the Temerario soon. I just figured I should mention that before I actually forget to mention that. I can't wait to review that on the 6th. But anyway, we're getting sidetracked. Yeah, pizza truck, unironically, very good. And this might be a hot take, alright? But with the uniqueness of the decals, with the uniqueness and the little charms of it, with all the like little Easter eggs and hidden freaking references and stuff like that, I think I don't want to do this because what I'm about to do, very I don't know if this is controversial or not. I don't know if this is a hot take, but I did it. There you go. I did it. I did it. It's better than the Battle Bus and it's better than the Astrovan. Though the Astrovan, okay, I do have to give the Astrovan credit. It's got all those like little trims. It's got some pretty cool decals, and it's got those freaking rear like slidey doors. Man, if only that slidey door actually opened. If that slidey door opened, that would give Astrovan my favorite car of all time, no doubt about it. But yeah. I have to give it to the pizza truck. Oh yeah, by the way, if you want to hear the sound, here you go. Lights up whenever you go backwards. Because look at this. You go reverse, it lights up. But these two are constantly lit up. See? Alright. Well, let's actually see how it sounds. So, let's give it a little bit of a drive. Anywho, yeah, on to the next car, which is the Havoc. The Havoc, ooh, baby. This was our first free car in what feels like so long. Well, first free original car, that is. Not collab, because we had the Cybertruck and we also had the Corvette. So, yeah, but those are for the summer road trips. I think this one was for a summer road trip, too, technically. Oh wait, no, right now it's the middle of summer. What am I talking about? Wait, maybe we'll get a free summer car soon. Anyway, I keep getting off track. The Havoc, really nice car. Pretty nice decals. One thing I didn't like about it was the decals and the wheels were given a bit late because it was bugged. Also, I forgot what the challenges were. I think the challenges were easy, but I did complain on a few because of how grindy they were. Pretty sure, I'm not positive. I'm not completely positive about that. I'm pretty sure about it though. Ooh. This thing was free, so you gotta give it high points just for being free. It's basically a participation trophy around here at this point. That's why the Corvette's up here. And that also tells you how much the Cybertruck sucks. Okay, but anyway, the Havoc. Baby, I do not know where to put this. You know what? Actually, hold on. I'm gonna put this at the bottom of S tier. And Bugatti, I'm sorry, but You would have been so good in this game if you had actually come out by now. By the way, I've heard we're getting a Majin Buu decal for this. I'm not sure why, but yeah, that has something to do with why it hasn't been out yet. But until this thing comes out, yoink, no, I'm kidding. But I am gonna put it down around here, honestly, until that thing comes out. Because until that thing comes out, nobody's gonna have a chance to get it. Therefore, we should treat it like it's not even in the game, right? Which would theoretically mean I should put it beside the NASCAR, but if it doesn't come out within that by the end of this year, then I think I'll put it down by the NASCAR, because that'll basically mean we're not getting it. This is like some sort of hybrid or something, right? All right, well, let's go ahead and listen to it. Let's go ahead and test out the sound. Okay, next up. Aston Martin, I always get this confused. Is this the DBS or DB5? I think this is the DB5. The DB5, okay. DB5, okay. Hear me out, right? If you come to a car meet, right? You're gonna expect McLarens, you're gonna expect Porsches, you're gonna expect fucking Lamborghinis. You're not gonna expect a DB5, right? A DB5 is just basically the ultimate way to flex on anybody, because it's one of the most stylish cars out there. It's one of the best looking, in my opinion. It's got like that classic kind of feel, but also got that kind of like modern feel at the same time somehow. And it's just a nice car overall. It's just great. It's got some good decals too, which I really like. It's got a lot of, if I remember correctly, this car does have a lot of interior detailing as well inside of the game, which, I mean, yeah, that's kind of extra bonus points for me. A lot of these cars don't even have pedals. If you don't believe me, watch some of my recent gameplay and reviews, because, man, a lot of these cars do not have pedals. How are you supposed to drive them without the pedals? Okay. Only thing I don't like about this car, right? Get this, alright? Get this. So, they were putting the golden rims for this car inside of the key art for this car, or I guess key art, kind of art, like item shop art. But they backed out last second. They're like, oh no, you thought you were getting the golden rims with this. No. They didn't even compensate anybody for it. Instead, what they did was they took the rims and they put them into a James Bond game that you had to buy for $70 to get some rims, to get some golden rims, even though they should have just been with the car. But I am happy that we did get these two James Bond cars inside the inside of Fortnite recently. That was a great way to celebrate the collab. But yeah, the TBS DB5, yeah, this is the DB5. I gotta give it top premium points. Because, man, this thing is one of the classiest cars out there. It's one of the best cars out there in this game. Yeah, I'll set it right there. That seems like a really good spot for it, actually. I think it's definitely worth buying. I'm pretty sure it's also 2,000 V-Bucks, which makes it even more worth buying, honestly. Yeah, honestly, one of the better cars in this game. One of the best cars I've ever laid my eyes on in this game. I love it. Since play, right? Well, let's test it. So here's the sound of the car. Alright. Not bad at all for the sound of the car. Okay, next up is the DBS, which isn't as good. Honestly, I don't like it as much. It's not as, well, I would say it's about as iconic, but it's not as iconic as the DB5 was. The DB5 has that like little bit of legacy with it with James Bond, but the DBS doesn't quite have that. The DBS is also like a little bit more forgetful. Ever since they started making more modernized cars, I don't really like to say that, but I mean it's kind of true. They all started looking the same ever since probably about 2008, 2007. This thing was made just after that era too. I think it was. Well, anyway, this was around the era when cars started getting about the same looks, you know? Like, this thing looks a lot like a lot of other cars. Same with the Scat Pack versus the Challenger. Like, I mean, like. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna put this thing. I do like it. Pretty nice decals, pretty nice sound. Here's the sound, by the way. Drive it around for a minute, and yeah, I'll shut up. Here's the start sound. No unicorn, okay. Oh, I almost crashed into that food truck. Man. I mean, like, I have to give it to him. This thing sounds nice. I do like it better than the Centauri. I like it a lot better than the cars. I don't think I like it better than the Nimbus, though. Also, why is the Nimbus under the red line? It should be a crime. I've got to fix this board up one time. I think we're gonna give it above the Mustang and above the Magnificent. I don't think I'm gonna give it above the BMW though, because the car is pretty nice, but like above the BMW, don't think so. Don't think so. Anyway, this is the only candidate coming up. Is the only candidate to reach the top 5 in this entire season. I've been obsessed with this car ever since it came out, okay? So don't judge me on this, but I'm not sure if I should do this. Ooh. I'm not sure. Should I take one of the top 5 cars out? Nissan 350Z, or is this the 370Z? I don't really know. I can never really tell the difference between the 350 and the 370. I'm just gonna be honest. I think it's a 350 though. But the body kit on this thing, the sound. Here's the sound, by the way. It's really cool. Anyway, let's go ahead and take it for a drive. Ooh, I heard some turbo flutter. Hold on. Oh, it's got turbo flutter. Oh, that's great. He's got to let off the gas a little. Man, I love that. Before we get into it, the body kit, the sound, the design, everything about this car is just brilliant. Holy moly. I couldn't really ask for a better car out of the 350. But oh, do I do it to the P1 or do I do it to the R32? That's the question. Because neither has really great decals. Both of them are pretty overpriced, but I think I'll do it to the R32 simply because the fact that, you know, I don't want to have 2 Nissans in here because that'd show my favoritism, obviously. But also the fact that the Nissan R32 has more lackluster decals than most cars in the game. I mainly put it up in the top 5 just because it's one of my favorite cars of all time. But if I do take it out, it's gonna drop significantly, like to the bottom of S tier. I think I will take it out, honestly. Sorry, R32, but like, man, until you get some better decals, the 350Z is taking your place. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna put the 350Z above the DeLorean, by the way. Just is pretty cheap, has some nice decals. Actually, yeah, I think I'll put it above the DeLorean. Just for now. We'll figure that stuff out later. Anyway, next up, I love this car, the Soccer Mom van, aka the Chrysler Pacifica. This car, oh wow, this might be my new favorite SUV. Scratch what I said earlier about the pizza van, because this thing has some great Easter eggs. This thing has a nice engine sound, great engine sound, but the pizza van has such nice like little details up with that, you know? It has such nice little details. It has great freaking what you call them? Easter eggs, I guess. I don't know. References. Also, we're gonna move the Centauri down here. Okay. Yeah, we're about to move one of these SUVs down into A tier because we can't have too many SUVs up in A tier, obviously. I think I'll put the Chrysler Pacifica just above the Pizza Pit truck. We're gonna put the Recoil EV or the hearse. I think we'll put the hearse down because I got a little bit of hearse fatigue. Put it down like. I got a little bit of hearse fatigue because of that whole bug that was happening, and yeah, that made me not like the hearse as much. I'm sorry, hearse, but you know, it is what it is. Anyway, the Chrysler Pacifica, here's the sound on it.
Oh my god! That's a sound! Jeez!
Look, you can see the exhaust going crazy down there. Oh, look at that. And yeah, I think that's all I really need to say, honestly, about the Chrysler Pacifica. It's a great car. Great car, great Easter eggs, great little references to Rocket League and to Fortnite. Not really much else I need to say about the car because it's honestly doesn't have any bad sides at all. Pretty sure it was one of the best priced cars in this game, wasn't it? Anyway, well, for the labs, obviously. But anyway, I keep forgetting if this was the Cayenne or the Macan, but I guess next on to the Porsche. Hold on, I'm gonna check. Okay, so it was the Porsche Cayenne. Honestly, oh, it's an electric SUV. Overwatch decals. Keep in mind, the Overwatch decals were really amazing. Though solo leveling decals are the only thing that carried the Mercedes, by the way. But that's about what's going to happen with this thing. Yeah, the decals are going to be the only thing carrying that. Honestly, it has great decals. It has great decals. You cannot argue with me on that. It has some of the better decals in this game. But yeah, here's the sound. Cybertruck, you know, like whenever you have it idle, it sounds like the Cybertruck. Whenever you start it up, it kind of sounds like the Rivian, honestly. Yeah, that. I mean, it's a thing for all electric cars. Oh, it's got two. Oh, it's got two freaking what you call it? Forgot what these are called. Crap, gas caps. My God. Yeah, it's got two gas caps. I'm guessing one's for the charger. If this is a hybrid, then obviously I'll have an engine too. But yeah, let's go ahead and. I mean, okay. That's a lot better than I was expecting. And yeah. I think you can see why it's in C tier. Anywho, on to the GMC Sierra. Honestly, I might just go ahead and remove the Recoil AV from S tier and put this thing in S tier, honestly. Because the Recoil AV, I mean, 1,500 V-Bucks obviously, but it wasn't one of the better SUVs at this point. Honestly, at this point, it's not one of the better ones because now we've got this pizza truck, we got the Chrysler, we got GMC Sierra, so yeah, we're gonna set it down with these other boys just to group them up. Also, just so that and have another short boy, kind of like the Ford F-150. Man, they slaughtered that thing, by the way. Go ahead and get rid of. Like I said, I don't want too many cars packing up A and S, so I think we'll get rid of probably the red line. The red line has kind of fallen off for me, honestly, but it is really rare now. Oh, that's one thing about it. The red line has become extremely rare, so I think just because of that, I'll keep it up there. Let's bring down the Insidio. Let's bring down the Insidio into B. We'll bring down the Centauri into C because I never see anybody using the Centauri. It's honestly one of the worser Battle Pass cars. I think I'll just say that because I don't know what else to say. One of the worst, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, GMC Sierra is going up here. I'll put this. Do I rank it against the cars or do I rank it against the other SUVs? Okay. And Yeah, we're gonna slaughter the freaking Astrovan this time around. We're slaughtering the Astrovan today because actually no, I can't do that. This thing has two open seats in the back, even though they could have just used the back seats instead. But yeah, listen to the sound of the GMC. It goes in there, you know. But here you go. Not a bad startup. Not gonna lie. Hold on. I'm sorry. I was not expecting that horn. Okay. Let's see how this thing sounds. Ooh, that's crisp. That's a nice sound. Holy. And yeah, that's basically all I have to say on the GMC. Everything else, this will be the updated version of the tier list, I think, for Chapter 7, Season 2. I don't think I want to remove anything from the top, the bottom. Look through one more time. The M2 and the M240i, I mean, like, the M2 is just basically the race version of the M240i, let's be honest. I think they deserve around the same area. They both deserve A. Those are basically the same car, but just different body kits, in my opinion. Yeah, I think that's good. But what do you guys think about this new tier list? Tell me down in the comments. What would you guys fix about this if it were up to you? And I'll go ahead and catch you guys in